in different roles throughout his life as they share their special memories and remembrances. And we begin with the Reverend David Dendy.
My name is David Dendy. I get to be the pastor of the Mountain View Presbyterian Church here in Las Vegas. And in May of 1985, I graduated from Davidson College at age 22. 2 months later, I was at Union Seminary in Richmond, Virginia, still at age 22. And we entered Greek school, and I looked across the room, and I saw the oldest man in my whole entire life. I'm like, who is this old man? He must be a professor. And we went around and we introduced ourselves, and I thought, who is this old man going to seminary? It's the middle of the summer, it's 90 degrees, it's hot, it's humid, and Joe is wearing this black leather blazer. And I thought to myself, he must be from the Chicago Mafia or something like that. I said, I gotta go meet this guy. And so we had a break, and we went outside. I just walked up and said, hi, my name's David. He's like, I'm Joe. He's looking around, he goes, opens up his black blazer, he says, would you like to buy a Greek Bible? And I'm like, who is this guy? Then I find out seminary was part of the witness protection program for Joe from the Chicago Mafia. So we're sitting there talking, and then all of a sudden he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a cigarette. I'm like, who is this guy? He's 50 years old, he's going to seminary, he's in witness protection, and now he's smoking. This is not what a pastor is supposed to look like. And thus began our friendship. Joe coached. We had intramural sports in seminary. And so Joe was our coach, and he was always Coach Joe to me. And so he would, especially, and he took us to the championship game our freshman year. We lost in the championship. Only freshman team ever to go to the championship game under Coach Joe, of course. And then he took our basketball team to the championship game. We won, eventually we won the championship in football and in basketball, all to Coach Joe. I'll never forget Coach Joe huddling us up on the sidelines. He goes, if you're cold, be bold. If you're hot, take the shot. And so I would. Whether I was cold or hot, I'd always take the shot. And Joe, very kind in his later years, would always say, well, you know, David, he was the best basketball player I ever coached. And yes, I was. I don't think Joe coached very many people. So a couple of things. Now, I thought Joe was old. I was 22, he was 50 in seminary, and now I'm 58. And I'm thinking, 50 wasn't that old, was it? You're never too old to respond to God's call in your life. You're never too old. Moses was 80. Joe was 50. I was 22. And as Jim said earlier, Joe's first words were always, Dave, how are you? And I graduated in 1988. Joe did not. He decided to take an extra year so he could take Hebrew 3 times. Whew. And back in the day, before social media, I graduated in 88. Joe graduated in 89. I never saw him again. Until March of 2015, I was standing right back there in this building, getting ready to be examined by the Presbytery of Nevada as I was receiving a call to come here to Las Vegas. And I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and there's Joe. How you doing, buddy? Coach, what? In Las Vegas? Still under witness protection. I just love it, man. You're not going to find a pastor in Las Vegas. This is perfect. And so our friendship was renewed, and wow, just great. He preached for me one Sunday, and I was so thrilled to know that we were the last church that Joe preached at that he made the circuit in Las Vegas. He'd preached at every Presbyterian church in Las Vegas except for Mountain View. And so I was so glad we were able to close that gap for him. Well, I only have 3 or 4 minutes. I'm sure I'm over my time. And so let me just say this. Joe, he fought the fight. He finished the race. He kept the faith. He smoked the pack. And now he wears the crown.